Well, another win for the Patriots. Welcome back to the channel. I'm John. Thank you for joining me. Back in the unit again today, getting busy, getting these out the door. It's Sunday. This important topic came up today, so the video I had planned, I'm going to bump and I'll talk about this instead. And by the way, if anyone is in a group or organisation that would like some challenge coins for their membership for whatever reason, do reach out to me. I'd be delighted to help. But for some of those viewers will recognise this, I am working on it today. Right, so what's this about? Well, as quite a lot of you will not have heard, there's some exciting news at the weekend. This is very much an I told you so. I do enjoy I told you so's. I seem to be doing a lot of those lately. Anyway, this one, it was international politics. It's not nothing to do with Britain or England. Well, it is and it isn't. But because it's deemed inappropriate, because the news cycle, they wouldn't cover it. You probably won't have heard. Because it goes against everything they stand for. I'm talking about elections. There was an important election over the weekend in Ireland. And it's funny because Ireland, fought to get away from the British, sensible people. They fought to get away from the British Empire, and now they seem to be lumped with the EU communists. And they seem to have a communist system in place, which is even worse than the British Empire. But hey ho. But the people spoke. And they spoke using their rights and the power of their vote. Again, this is something we talk about quite a lot, and I'm very keen on. Not just, I have not mentioned it on here, but on other forums and social media, I talk about it all the time, the power of your vote. People need to learn how powerful it is. And these elections take place all over the world and have pretty much the same principle. They're all loosely based on our system. So what happened in Ireland? Well, many of you will know that a fairly unknown gentleman by the name of Conor McGregor wanted to stand and be president because he's absolutely pissed off with all the nonsense that's going on over there. And he proved to be a very extremely popular candidate. I think they call it populism, but a popular candidate because he was saying all the right things, because he was a patriot and he wasn't interested in the nonsense, immigration and all that bullshit they're going on about these days. So he was going to stand. The trouble is that Ireland has a full communist system where the only people that can be recommended to go on the ballot are those that are proposed by the elite, by the very system itself. Completely in contravention of any legitimate democracy, where the people nominate the candidates. So we had this system where Conor McGregor didn't get enough support within the system to get his name on the ballot, and instead they had the token communists or the communist representatives listed when it came round to it. So the people quite rightly used their power of their vote and voted correctly, as we keep telling you to do, and that is to spoil the ballot. It's dead simple. If we had spoilt the ballots in England a long time ago, we wouldn't have this stupid system and these stupid idiots that we currently have in our parliament. Come back to that. So the net result was that the spoilt ballots outnumbered any of the candidates. Again, something we keep saying. If enough people do it, then it's a valid vote, and none of the candidates go forward. That simple. And that means that they're voided. And there's no representation. Imagine if you're doing that in every ward, in every constituency around our country. If we managed to get rid of every single one of these nutters, these nut jobs we have in Westminster, how much better it would be. And this comes from our constitution, the English constitution, where the power of your vote means that you get to have a say in who represents you. And if none of the candidates are appropriate, then you're entitled to write that on the ballot form. You can write, I do not consent, none of the above. And in this case, as they did in Ireland, they also put the name of the candidate who was disqualified because he didn't get enough internal system votes to stand, Conor McGregor. So they voted for a candidate that wasn't even on the ballot, but that was called a spoilt ballot. Now, I'm not saying you go and write obscenities on any ballot. That's the last thing you should do. Never write obscenities. That not only is that an offence, from which you could be charged, there's just no need. Just use it strategically, use it properly, and vote I do not consent or none of the above, and it will be counted. And this goes back to a precedent law. Ashby versus White 1703. You can go and look it up for those who doubt. Ashby versus White 1703, where they stated that every vote is important and must be counted accurately. In fact, that's the whole premise of the election case that's going through court at the moment. Every vote must be counted accurately. And Graham Moore from the English Constitution part trying to prove that that election in the summer was absolutely stuffed with corruption. And so he's trying to take the case to court to prove that there was shenanigans going on, for want of a better word, and it, it's systemic throughout our entire voting system. So he's trying to prove it finally that we have a problem in this country. I'll put a link below if you want to support that campaign, because it is vitally important to democracy in England moving forward. It also covers Scotland and Wales, but for the moment I'm just talking about England because it's where we get hammered the most. But this is constitutional, folks. This is our constitution. And Ireland have just exercised their rights to do the same, and it's been successful. So I'm saying to you again, get to a vote, and none of the candidates or parties are appropriate, and none of them are. It's in Westminster at the moment. Then spoil your ballot, make it count. And I know what's going to happen now. There's going to be a lot of the useful idiots who are going to play useful idiot bingo and fill the comments with stupid little comments. And I'm just going to do a few just to highlight them. First one's a bit tongue-in-cheek. I think it was one of the Marx brothers, Groucho that is, not Carl. I think it was Groucho Marx said, if voting mattered, they wouldn't let you do it. Or words to that effect. And I suppose fair enough, a bit of tongue-in-cheek. But to be honest with you, it's also totally incorrect. Voting does matter, and your vote does count. The other one you'll hear quite a lot of is split the vote. I'm sorry, if you say that, you're an absolute clown. As far as you're concerned, the runner-up is the best bet. That's just bullshit. You should never vote for the runner-up. You should always vote for the candidate or the option that you want first place, which I keep saying to you is spoil your vote. I do not consent. That's the most important vote you can ever make. And the one you hear is they're all crap. Well, yes, they are. And that's why we're telling you to go and spoil your ballot. Use the rights that you have and make it count. Because they are all crap. Party before people. It's a waste of a ballot. It isn't a waste of a ballot. Ireland have just proved it's not a waste of a ballot. If enough people do it and they do it right, it's what counts. It's what the result is. The result in Ireland was the spoilt ballots won. None of the candidates went forward. That's how it's meant to be. It's not difficult. It isn't rocket science. It's there in black and white. You just got to put your brain in gear and realise that's how it works. The power of the ballot. And you're just not doing it for some reason. I don't know why. And you know what's funny is these same idiots who play this idiot bingo all the time will tell you we don't have a constitution. We do. Best in the world, and it's based on common law, the best law system in the world. And it's written down. Yes, you can go and actually read it. I've already mentioned one of the elements to it in this video earlier on. Go look it up. Anyway, enough of this I told you so video. I think I've waffled on enough. I just wanted to let you know that this is absolutely vital news. It's really important to know that if you vote correctly, you can change the system. If we get enough people voting I do not consent, or none of the above, or just to spoil the ballot, we can deny the candidates that these stupid parties their place in our parliament, and we can return the power to the people where it's meant to be. We're the ones that tell the government what we want them to do, not the other way around. And at the minute, the London elite, whatever you want to call it, British establishment, British Empire, there's a whole raft of names for them. They are getting away with whatever they want in their own little bubble. Well, we've had enough. And this is a way to stop it. And it's now proven. So I hope you take it on board. And by the way, if you are one of the useful idiots that's going to make one of those comments below, don't bother. I'll just delete the comment. I really can't be arsed with you. You know, you're just not worth the effort. And similarly, if you support that kind of communism, again, this isn't the channel for you. I'm just not interested. For the rest of you who are patriotic and enjoy this kind of stuff, if you have enjoyed this, please do like and subscribe, and I'll see you again in the next video. And you take care. Bye for now.